Have you ever heard a sound like this? This creature was so terrifying that even a Tyrannosaurus Rex would turn around and run the moment it saw it. Not because it was stronger, but because it didn't play by any rules. It was a dinosaur, yet it could swim. It had claws, yet it survived on fish. It was 18 meters long, bigger than a city bus, yet its legs were so short they seemed almost useless. Scientists studied it for 100 years and reached only one conclusion. This thing is unlike any known creature. It feels like nature randomly assembled it in a drunken state. Even stranger, in 2020, a new fossil was discovered that completely overturned every textbook depiction of the Spinosaurus. The paleontology world fell silent because the real Spinosaurus was far more absurd than anyone imagined. It wasn't a top land predator at all. It was the most terrifying aquatic ghost of 100 million years ago. Let's start with something that embarrassed the entire scientific community. In 1912, German paleontologist Ernst Stromer discovered the first Spinosaurus fossil in Egypt. That year, he was so excited he couldn't sleep. He shipped the fossil all the way to a Munich museum, treating it like a priceless treasure. But in 1944, during World War II, bombers flew over Munich, and a single bomb struck the museum directly. The only known Spinosaurus skeleton was reduced to ashes. Nothing remained. From that day on, for 70 years, every museum model, every documentary depiction was reconstructed from nothing but a few blurry sketches. In other words, we thought we understood Spinosaurus, but for 100 years, we were studying a complete illusion. Until 2014, when new fossils were discovered in Morocco. Scientists compared the bones and fell silent on the spot. They realized its hind legs were unbelievably short, its center of gravity completely off. It couldn't stand upright like T-Rex at all. On land, the real Spinosaurus could only crawl awkwardly like a giant lizard, top speed under 5 kilometers per hour, barely faster than a walking elderly person. Sounds pathetic for such a massive predator, right? Wait, this is where things start getting terrifying. In 2020, scientists uncovered a complete Spinosaurus tail in Morocco, and the entire lab fell into eerie silence. The tail was flat, wide, covered in spines, nothing like any dinosaur tail ever seen. It looked like a giant paddle. A team from the University of Milan 3D printed it and tested it in water. The moment the results came out, everyone gasped. Its underwater propulsion was over 30% more efficient than modern crocodiles. This thing could sprint underwater, faster than human swimming world records. And its bones? Dense as stone. Only aquatic animals, penguins, seals, hippos, have similar bone density. Spinosaurus could sink silently to the riverbed like a stone, then slowly approach its prey, completely undetected. It wasn't a hunter waiting by the shore, it was death, hiding in murky water. Look at those jaws, long, narrow, like a crocodile's, filled with conical teeth. Its upper and lower jaw formed a serrated trap, like a net full of harpoons. Once it bit down, the more the prey struggled, the deeper it got trapped. No escape. Even more incredible, its nostrils weren't at the tip of its snout, they sat high on its head. This allowed it to submerge its entire body, leaving only its nostrils above water, like a submarine. Its lower jaw had sensory pores, capable of detecting tiny water vibrations. Even prey 20 meters away could be precisely tracked. In the dark riverbed, Spinosaurus was an invisible tracking system. And that massive sail on its back, what was it actually for? Scientists argued about it for 100 years. Some said heat regulation, others believed display. No conclusion until 2023. A Harvard team ran computer simulations, modeling its movement in water, and the result was unexpected. The sail acted as a stabilizer. During high-speed underwater pursuit, it functioned like a ship's keel, preventing rolling or spinning. And when it surfaced, the sail rose like a shark's fin, signaling dominance across the waters. This was Spinosaurus. Its true kingdom wasn't dry plains or dense jungles. It was the vast prehistoric rivers of North Africa 100 million years ago. It ruled there for millions of years, unchallenged. But extreme evolution is always a double-edged sword. Around 93 million years ago, North Africa's climate changed dramatically. Sea levels dropped, river systems dried up, fish populations disappeared. For other predators, it meant changing their diet. But for Spinosaurus, it meant extinction. Its long, narrow jaws couldn't crush large bones. Its short legs couldn't chase agile prey. It was like a gambler who put everything on one card and lost it all. Long before the asteroid that ended the dinosaurs, 27 million years earlier, Spinosaurus vanished silently. The last one may have lain on a cracked riverbed, staring at waters that would never return, slowly closing its eyes. That was the final twilight of the Spinosaurus dynasty. Its remains would not meet humans until 70 million years later. From 1912 to 1944 to 2014, 2020, 2023, our understanding kept being overturned. Spinosaurus might be the only dinosaur that becomes more confusing the more we study it. What we believe today may be destroyed tomorrow by a single new fossil. And that is the beauty of paleontology. We face a world 100 million years gone, piecing it together from fragments of bone. Spinosaurus conquered the underwater world through extreme evolution, yet lost to climate change. It was once the perfect answer of its era, but failed against an unpredictable future. And this gamble of survival, every species on Earth is still playing it today.